started trumpet lessons in 5th grade. By high school, I was good enough to play in the marching band. Our first band rehearsal was on the football field under a blazing late August sun. There were 54 of us, all in sweat-soaked shorts and t-shirts, all hot and tired before we even started. I held a soggy mimeographed sheet diagramming where my squad of 4 trumpeters would march, so that the band spelled out LHS for Lakewood High School in giant human letters. We had to march into position playing the school fight song, On for Lakewood. By late afternoon, we were overheated and sunburnt crimson. I thought we'd never get it right. Finally, everything clicked into place, and after the band formed those giant letters on the field, we were allowed to go home. We got our band uniforms when the school started a week later. The jacket and pants were deep blue trimmed in white, our school colors. There were white leather spats that buckled over shoes and striped suspenders that crossed in back. And to top it off, a foot-high furry blue hat with a chin strap. It looked like the Bride of Frankenstein's hairdo dyed velvety blue. I hoped the hat might make me look taller, and I needed all the help I could get since I was the shortest kid in the freshman class. Because I was so short, I worried that the uniform might not fit. As soon as Mr. Unger, our band director, handed it to me, I fished around inside the jacket to check the size. Extra, extra small. The smallest high school band uniform made. I took the uniform, hat, spats, and suspenders home, ran upstairs to the privacy of my bedroom, and put everything on. The pants were so big that I could hold the waist 6 inches from my body. I looked at myself in the mirror. The jacket seemed to swallow me whole, and the sleeves hung down to my knees. With the suspenders and spats, it looked like I was wearing a clown suit. The only thing missing was the big red nose. There was a week before the first game, enough time to make alterations, but my mother didn't sew, and I was too embarrassed to ask anyone else to do it. I found a box of safety pins and began the process of pulling, folding, and pinning the uniform into a wearable size. I shortened the pants and sleeves, and I pulled in the waist so that it could be belted without bagging. When I finished, I climbed into the uniform, careful to avoid all the safety pins, holding the excess fabric in check, and stood at the mirror. The pants and sleeves were the right length, but the jacket drooped and draped, as if it hung on a tiny clothes hanger. The pants' crotch hung well below my actual crotch, and the zipper fly looked about 2 feet long. I swallowed hard and turned away from the mirror, knowing there was nothing more I could do. On game day, my father drove me to the high school. I sat quietly, fully uniformed, holding my fuzzy blue hat. "See if you can get a ride home," he said as I climbed out of the car, struggling with all that pinned excess yardage. Walking down the hall to the band room, my pants broadcast a swish, swish sound, and I braced myself for withering looks and cruel laughter. But when I walked into the band room, no one seemed to care that I looked like Bozo the trumpeter. A few people said hi to me as we all got our music and instruments ready. Even though I felt like the sour note in the opening chord, I began to relax and to think that maybe I belonged. Even though the uniform didn't fit, I fit in.